Hello, welcome back to Unicorns in the Basement. I got a squeaky chair, sorry. Welcome to Unicorns in the Basement. Sorry we've been away for a while. We went on vacation. That rhyme, Unicorns in the Basement, we went on vacation. No, I really don't. It's probably just the way I said it. Basement, vacation. It don't rhyme at all, I'm sorry. It's probably just the way I heard it. But, yeah, welcome back. We was away for a while. We took some... What we do, we went ATV and zip lining and horseback riding, and if you want to see all that good stuff, couple bonding and family bonding and reaching the next level and all that good stuff, you can go to our video before this one and you can see the actual vacation video. It's pretty cool, nothing major, just small cabin and some friends hanging out. But today, we'll be talking about, well, I'm skipping things. I'm Raziel. See, we rusty because we ain't doing it well, right? I'm Raziel, and this is Koya, and we're the Rusty Unicorns in the Basement. And today we'll be talking about what?
Relationships and finances.
Dun dun dun. I mean, to me that's like an easy topic, but man, that's like a difficult topic for so many people.
Well, yeah, it breaks up a lot of happy homes, I guess.
I mean, if it broke, the home must have not been happy. Can't break a happy home. I mean, you can break a happy home, but not with that. I mean, it's a silly subject in a way to me because it's like, if you love somebody, that shouldn't be an issue. So sometimes I actually get confused on what's the issue. Now, I understand you can love somebody, but I understand if you love somebody and you don't live together, that's different. Mm-hmm. I think when you love somebody and you get involved with them and you live with them, I really don't see how that becomes an issue.
I think it becomes an issue because people don't be honest with themselves about what's your strong suit. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you know you're not good with money management, then maybe your spouse is good with that. Or if both of you guys aren't good, maybe you need to set up a plan.
Right.
So you won't, so finances won't be like the problem in the relationship, or, whatever. If both of you are good with money, then that's great. But 9 times out of 10, people are not honest with themselves, and they tend to separate finances as far as this is my money and that's your money, which personally, in my opinion, I feel like, when you're a couple, then money is...
Couples together.
Yeah, it's like a joint thing.
I mean, I understand people want to have like their own little spending fund, whatever. I mean, to me, it's like if this person work and this person work, collectively you should put all the money in the pot and then, pay up the bills and then like, all right, look, hey, we spread this, we spread that, we save this, you save that. Mm-hmm. Some people are like terrified of the idea of like joint accounts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I feel strong about like, your joint account could be and don't have to be the main account.
Right.
You can have like a joint and then each one of you have like your own.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, that whatever money's in there and you guys agree like, hey, we have X amount of money here for the bills and to save, right? Don't touch that.
Right.
So if you run out of your spending money, then that's on you.
That's on you.
Right. Whatever the case may be.
Right.
Or if there's something you want to get for yourself, you'd be like, hey, I'm going to put this money away for myself. I'm trying to save for this. Or and you don't necessarily got to be telling each other exactly how much money every 5 minutes, like, hey, I put $5 away today.
Right. You don't have to do that.
But it's okay to, like, I don't know, this is a crazy scenario, like if you was buying like a house or buying a car together or something, not together, a person buying a car, that's a big impact that's a big dent on the money, so to say. Mm-hmm. So it's okay to be like, okay, we have X amount of joint, I have this much here, how much you have over there, for we could collectively know how much we just have across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So some people get afraid of that for some reason. I never understood. And it's because it's like,
I think too, people, like, when you're in a relationship, sometimes it could be either person, like either spouse. I feel like when you start talking about money, they do this thing where it's like, you spend money on that, you did that with the money, you did, like, it makes you feel like attacked. You know what I mean? Like, you work hard for, what the money you have. So if you want to spend money on a Coach bag, that costs $500, that's your money that you're spending on, and not saying like, oh, I took $500 from our mortgage or our rent and spending and buying a Coach bag. No, if I saved every check $100 or whatever X amount of money, and now I'm buying my Coach bag for me,
Right.
you should not have any say so. And not saying
And
like,
for guys, that's how you get the PS5. Man. She can't. Like,
not-
yeah, get your Coach
and not-
back with that PS5.
not saying it as like I'm attacking the person, but it's just, you know, when you're in a relationship together, you're gonna have bills and joint, you know, things that you have to spend money on. But you always need me time. You always need time or money to splurge on yourself a little bit. You know, like I feel like there's no harm in that. And I feel like in
No, there's not.
relationships, sometimes
There's no harm in it if you guys are in the financial space for it not to create harm.
oh, and that's understandable.
I mean, you could save your $500,000 here and there, but if you guys are in the bind, it can't be. You already know where I'm going. It can't be like, well, hell, like, you know, we can't pay the mortgage. Did me. I saved for this bag. It's like, oh, the guy can't be like, I saved for this PS5. You know, like, nah.
No, and I
like,
agree.
hey, that
Like,
PS5,
that's
that bag
being
gonna have to wait.
selfish.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna have
being
to wait
selfish.
now. And don't be like, oh,
And you're risking like y'all being on the street or
it's just-
your car getting taken away or something. For
it just shouldn't be. I've seen so many stupid things like that happen due to people just. At the end of the day, it's just selfishness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, when you agree to be involved with somebody that deep, like, hey, you know everything about me. We live together. I know your social. We see each other naked. We do whatever. We got kids or whatever the case may be. To me, it's like you're real selfish when it's just crazy. Like we share every single thing,
Right.
day and night. That for something like that to even become an issue later. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you can have yours, I can have mine. We have this collectively. But if we are, you know, this is speaking for everybody. Some people are financially blessed, some people are not. I got friends that are not in a good financial place. That there's times I want to go help them, but some people are, you know, you want to go help them. Like, let me see your finances. Let me help you out, figure this
Yeah,
out. But
some people are
too,
private
yeah, they're
about
private
that.
and personal and embarrassed, so to say. Like they don't want you to just know. And I mean, I respect that, but. You know, it's a situation where you gotta be honest with yourself in the sense of, are we gonna build or are we not?
Right. And I think, like you said, like be honest with yourself and like be open as a couple. You know,
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be.
It's like I look at it. I'm just being funny. I'm gonna make a super crazy analysis. It's gonna be like super left field, but it's like if a guy had a pain in his backside. Like in the crack. You're like, You open your whole anus up to show your wife, like, you see something there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And vice versa. People will do that, but financials will be an issue. I be like, damn, dog, you don't open up the whole black hole.
Black hole.
But she just can't see the green. Like, oh, you can't talk to her. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's no matter how you cut it, it's trust issues,
It really is trust issues.
a
for
lost
sure.
sense of pride, and selfishness.
Yeah.
Like, don't get involved. There is no more you, him, her. It's us, them. You know what I mean? Together.
Right.
And people just don't get that. And sometimes people confuse. It's no disrespect to women.
And controlling.
Controlling, but this is no disrespect to women. There are situations where the woman make more money. You know what I mean? Or through time, she started making more money. Like maybe
Right.
she got more raises than he did, or maybe he kept off, whatever the case is. So, especially women, and again, no disrespect, women, when they are in the position that they make more, it becomes more territorial to them. It becomes I make more. And the guys, they're like, dang, like, if I make more than you, that wasn't my conversation. But there are men out there that is their conversation.
Yes.
So, speaking for everybody in that conversation, that whole thing in total, it shouldn't be like that. It's one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. It's like, it doesn't matter who's at a better level.
Right.
And honestly speaking, if your girl's down here and you're up here, then you should find a way to bring her up here, not leave her down there and you stay up here like, well, I got more than you. So, and it's never even.
Right.
And vice versa. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, and this is the funny part, when friends see another friend in need, they're willing to be like, y'all can get you a job over here, or let me see the resume, let me help you out. But I've seen couples, I don't know, she just can't find a job. Like, are you gonna help her? But like, I don't know what she wanna do. Like,
Would you ever asking me, you know somebody that's hiring?
it's crazy. It's just people complicate the crap out of things, and on a level that it's like if you sat them down, or you want to sit them down, but like, man, explain your stupidity to me.
Yeah.
Like, where's this coming from? Like, you love this person to death, and you sleep with this person, yeah, do unspeakable things. That is crazy to the point where, you know, to me, it's like, if you could love the person and literally create a life, have kids, drive their car, they drive your car, your guys' cars are your
Trust them
cars.
with everything.
You know, somebody's on somebody's insurance. Oh, yeah, when they got insurance together, this person know your social. They know where your secret things are at. They know your passwords. Why does that become an issue? It's just plain simple. It's just this lost sense of pride. What was the word? Principle. It's a lost sense of principle. And it's not principle, it's pride. You know what I mean? To me, it's if you both go in honest in the sense of we're gonna build this empire.
Right.
There's nothing stopping you.
Right.
If you win, this is the funny part, that in relationships, a lot of y'all like this. When they win together. But when they lose, somebody
blames.
Somebody is to blame. And I've heard that. That's one of my favorite phrases. I saw that on post somewhere. Somebody wrote like, "When I win, we all win, but when I lose, only I lose." I saw that somewhere, and I was like, "Man, story of my life." Not with us, but like, you know, like with people. You know, one time, you know, not with us, but with people. You know what I mean? Like, I always felt like that. Like, I always willing to help. Then when I hit the wall, it's like I can't find nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like that in relationships. Relationships, people, they're so like couple goals, and you see them boasting, and once something hits the fan, it's like an argument. And I never understood how it's an argument. It's like, it's nobody's fault. If this person for whatever reason lost their job, especially in these times, the whole, you know, Corona thing, and right now, it's the time to stop the BS and like really be. If you really want to be with this person, like if you really want to be with them, no BS, you ain't cheating, you ain't doing nothing. I mean, you truly like die hard, will swing, bust your gun for this person. Like, these are the days, these are the times where all that stuff is like, you need to let it go. Like the pride needs to be let go. The principle needs to be let go. There needs to be literally just one goal, and that goal is us.
Right.
And everybody got to get eaten alive that's in the way. And it's us, like, I got one kid here, you got one kid over there, the dog is on my back, and you know, we pulling this, the car don't work, and you're pressing the pedal, and I'm pushing on neutral. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like, straight up and down, that's where couples need to be at. If we're driving this car and break down, press the pedal, I'm pushing. I got one kid on my back, you got one kid in the car seat. Dang it, put a leash around the dog's neck and make it run and help pull the car. It literally has to be an entire effort. And people fail to understand that. And it really is easy. It's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. It's like, it really is simple.
It's kind of crazy because, like, in any situation when money is involved, it's always a problem. And it's like, it's just crazy. You can love the person to death, but money involved.
But it's crazy when you can see, because not to put too much personal stuff of ours out there was a point in the beginning. I was saying not the beginning, but like we hit it. You know, financially got messed up, and we was like, you know, I'll say we was like sleeping on the floor. You know, kids were sleeping on the floor, like not the floor, but we had like mattresses and things like that. Things were just really bad at one point. And we just kind of looked at each other. And it wasn't bad for like a long time. It was like a few months, but we looked at each other and was like,
yeah,
like what happened? Like what happened? Where we lost track, like. And we try to go. I guess we just try to go forward too fast, and didn't really at least see what we was doing. And then we took a few steps back and was like, "Let's get this right."
Yeah.
And you know, we trusted each other, and it was like, "I got this going on. I got this going on. So you do that, and I do this, and we need to put this here." And now we're like, the teamwork came together so good. I remember us both looking at each other, going like, not that we got money like that, nothing, but I'm us looking at each other going like, where's the money coming from? Remember, we were like, you know, even if it was just $50 more, it was like,
Right.
what? Like, oh, hey, we got $100.
But it was like we
was getting scared that we wasn't paying something.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a point we were like, we missing a bill.
Like, we literally sat down and, as a couple, made a plan.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're in this together. We're all in this together.
No, but it's true.
seriously, we're in this
And
together.
even when everything hit the fan, even in our downest moments, you know, we never really asked nobody for anything. You know, nothing was pride, nothing. It was just we was getting by. We just didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
So it was to the point where we literally was like, alright, like something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was because we couldn't figure out where the money was going. It wasn't that we didn't have
And that's
money.
what I'm saying.
We couldn't
Like,
figure it out. It was like,
that's
wait a
what I'm
minute.
saying. Like, you have to create a plan.
Yeah.
Like, you literally, like, I remember when I was little, my parents would sit down at the dining room table and have all the bills out on the table and, like, a pad calculating everything, like, together.
And that's kind of what we did.
Yeah, and I feel like couples should do that, period.
Yeah.
Because nobody should be in the dark about anything. Like, if you're saving for something, if you're spending money on something else, then, I mean, you don't have to tell me everything, but at the same time, if we're like, all right, we were trying to get, you know, this house or something like that, then in that scenario, everything needs to be accounted for.
Yeah. It's like you don't gotta tell the person everything, but the person should know
Yeah.
dang near everything.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't gotta know like, you know,
You went to Taco Bell and bought.
yeah, I don't need to know
quesadilla,
something
I
like
don't-
that.
yeah.
But if you bought 10 quesadillas,
Who in?
oh, but yeah, like, oh, not only that, like, if you go to, you don't see the little things. If you go to Taco Bell and you were talking about with your friend,
Right.
and your friend didn't have money, but you had a little bit of change to
So you
spare,
pay for them.
and you
Yeah.
pay for them, and that $5-10 meal could have came out to $15-20 now. That's not a big deal.
No.
But it is something to just, depending on how tight your situation is.
Right.
It is something that
To
you should be honest with your friend. Be honest with your friend, and first of all, and be like, we can share the $5 box.
But
or
to
manage your,
mention it
yeah,
to
like,
your
hey, I bought
spouse,
this person
like,
this and
hey.
that, just letting you know in case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
problem.
case we short
Yeah, and
something
then-
or whatever.
And I'm sure some people are watching this going, dang, what couple short $5? But there's people out there like that. And this episode isn't about how much money you got, how much money you don't got, how much money you used to have versus. This is not a, hey, we came from the bottom, now we're here episode. This is literally an episode about you need to buckle down and understand each other, trust each other, and it can't be everything goes here except this.
Right.
It has to be, hey, this is the pot and we stirring it for tomorrow.
And you know what? I just want to mention this too. Like, I'm piggyback. I mean, like, not piggybacking, but going back to what I said about no one should
What's
be
the
in
phrase
the
for
dark.
that? Double backing?
Double backing.
Double backing.
No one should be in the dark. If one person is good at finances, right? Like, they're good with money management and everything. That person should tell the other spouse, even though they're not good at managing money, they should still tell them, hey, you know, I'm paying the water bill, this is this much, this is this much. They should never be in the dark.
Right.
Like, I just feel like sometimes couples, they were like, oh, they're not good with money, and I got, you know, I manage the bill, so they don't need to know I'm just paying.
No, you should
Like,
know.
I feel like,
Knowing
the other
also
person
brings
should-
awareness.
yeah.
It's like, if you're used to taking an hour shower, hypothetically, knowing a number in your head, like, all right, this might be getting out of hand.
Yeah, I need to slow down.
I need to chill.
I need to cut my time.
Yeah, 'cause I'm notorious for that. I'm sorry. I love long
Or
showers.
not
It's
even like,
you know,
you cut the heat on or the air conditioner on every 5 minutes.
right.
Like, now you need to be aware, hey, the bill this month was pretty high, so hey kids, don't cut the air on or
Right.
don't, you know, something like that. Or
And,
put the
and,
lights
and,
on.
and again, for those listening, I feel like I got to repeat it because some people might get sidetracked and not know what we're talking about. This is not about saving money or how much money you got. Or none of that. This is literally couples, no matter what your situation is. If you have your financials are great, cool. This is about trusting each other with those high financials. And if financials are low or in the middle, whatever, it's about trusting each other with the financials and trusting each other to to know what's happening and how to build to get to the next part. And that's the problem. If you're on top, you should just straight across the board know everything.
Right.
And if you're in the bottom, now you got extra step. You should know everything, and the next step got to be, how do we get out of this?
Right.
Collectively.
Right.
Don't just be sitting there with your own ideas, and that person got their own ideas, and it's like no give or take. Nobody really knows what's happening.
And the thing is too, like with us, for example, we have our own bills. Own bills meaning, if you have a credit card that you pay, you know, if you have a credit card.
I thought we both watched Pornhub. No, I'm playing.
No, like if you have a credit card or if you have, let's say your car note, you know, things like that. That is something that you pay unless your spouse pays everything. You know, you just tell them, hey, this is my credit card bill. This is my whatever bill. But certain people do have their own.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of situations, like you said, credit card bills or whatever.
Yeah.
Depending if they had a life before that, like child support.
Yeah,
it could be a whole other world. Yeah, it could be a whole thing.
But I also feel like that maybe should be mentioned too, because now you're taking out of what y'all have together.
Oh no, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be mentioned.
So
yeah, because it's a big pot.
Yeah, so like if my car note is $400 a month.
When you live with somebody and you marry them, you take on their life.
Yes.
And we should just started with that. That's the part people don't get. It's like a kid. Like you're adopting a human being.
You're adopting.
You know what I mean? Like she's adopting you and he's adopting her.
Right.
And together that adoption becomes a life. Y'all adopt a new life, whether you like it or not. If you hear noises in the background, it's people watching TV in the other room, sorry. But you know, you adopt a whole entire life, whether you like it or not. And it's one of those, it's not about bad, but it's like, I'm just going to use this phrase because it makes people understand. It's like taking the good with the bad. And because that person got some baggage, it doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just saying in the sense of like, hey, you got these things going on. Cool, don't just surprise me later on and be like, what happened? Thought we were gonna be collective in this. What's going on with all your money? I ain't had no money. All my money goes to this. Like,
no, but in situations like that,
there is situations like that. That should have been addressed before. You know, it should be addressed. Like talk about it. Don't just come here and then. I'm never gonna know unless I ask you.
Right. Speaking on child support, right? I know it's people out there that have child support, right? Sometimes it's taken out of your check.
Yeah.
So, just a hypothetical, your check can go from $1,000 to $500 every 2 weeks. So, like, I feel like that's so important because if you only have $500 every 2 weeks, and you have to pay so many other bills, including that child support that's taken out already, then the other person that you're with shouldn't be like, well, you know, that's on you. Like, I don't have no money. Or like, I've heard situations where the guy would need gas money. And the girl be like, well,
that guy should just leave her. Oh, she should leave him. Like, whoever needs something and the other one's like, whatever. Like,
because I'm like, I don't understand how selfish are you? Like, you knew his situation when you got there. That he had a kid or two or whatever. And he had child support payments. And that it is what it is. So you need to adjust your finances because you're together.
You adopt a lifestyle.
Right. Now, unless he, you know, has other jobs on the side, then that's a different story. Because I know most guys do have that if they have child support.
Yeah.
It's taking out their check. Then they have other jobs. But I just feel like you said, it needs to be discussed in the beginning.
All that needs to be put on the table.
So you won't be you shouldn't be surprised.
There's people that I love this one. This one's hilarious. They're same situation. The woman gets child support.
Yeah.
This got nothing to do with you. It's like, no, she's right. I get it. That is for you and your child.
Yes,
but you and your child are with this individual. So if I'm like, hold up. All this is going to this, and with you know, this is my stepson, so to say, or my stepdaughter. Where's that going? That all this is going this way now. Like, for example, like my lifestyle got pulled into yours, and I'm helping because the right thing to do. I need to know what part of that is handling this, for I can know that this is how much effort I got put into this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
You can't be getting $700 over there and then like, hey, you know, we need to buy school clothes for Alice. Like,
yeah, like where the $700?
where's $700 at?
I agree.
There ain't that much boxes of cereal in the fridge. Like, I mean, in the like,
Cabinet.
I've seen that though. Like, this like, it's like this don't count.
Right.
This got nothing to do with you. This is between me and that person. What? Like, and I get the point. It's not nothing to do with me. It's for as mom and for her kid.
Right.
Yes, but I need to know how much of that is going into the kid. Because let's be honest, you're not taking a whole $700 and be like, here, kid, whatever you want. You know, you got all the exclusive coats and clothing. And,
Exclusive.
no, you don't know. That's not what happened.
That's
what's
definitely
happening.
whole nother.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
When
the child support thing.
when the guy wearing shoes from Ross and she got red bottoms, and y'all told my bills, and she's sitting there with red bottoms on, laced, and he's like, yeah, you know what, call me in.
Oil change.
Yeah, call me oil change. She's like, oh, let's go check the bill. No, let's go check the $700. And I know some people are gonna watch this and say, well, no, you can't. That's not. Shut up. It's like everybody just about knows that the amount of child support doesn't go strictly to the kid.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a single mom, completely different situation, completely different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a person in a relationship.
But
where,
but the thing is, even a single mom, if she was single, let's be honest,
she don't even be spending the child support on the red bottom.
she's not gonna spend like she's gonna pay her bills first and foremost with her check, and some, if she needs to, some of the $700,
Right.
and then she's gonna buy whatever else.
Yeah.
But and that's realistic. That's what she's going to do.
Yeah.
Because she needs to, she has to provide a housing and all this stuff, like meals or whatever for her kid and herself.
Right. I
So that's
agree.
what she's gonna do first. So when you're with somebody, I feel like the same thing applies. I mean,
No, yeah, it's true.
I that's how I feel.
Yeah, it's 100%.
I mean, but it's
true.
my opinion.
I'm sure if you watch this, saying,
But hey, everybody.
Like,
But,
and they'll be the same ones putting up the quotes on Instagram saying, God told me he was going to send me a boss. I'm not going to say nobody's name. There's people on Instagram be killing me with the power struggles. And it's like power, boss. God send me a good man. Like,
Okay, well, back to finances.
it's part of finance. They're boss. The reason they're such a boss is because they treat their relationship like an employee. That's a good point. You know what I mean? They treat their relationship like an employee. So somebody comes in and it's like, I'm a boss. And it's like, you're already blinded to the fact that you could have had a good girl, a good man.
Yeah.
But you looking at it too much listening too much Beyonce. Like you don't need nothing. You're independent all around. And I say Beyonce in the sense of independent, talking about men and women. If you feel too entitled, too empowered, too yourself, like too much of you is coming into the relationship,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose. Not that ain't too much of you, but too much of the me. This is mine. I did this. I made this.
Man.
You're gonna lose 10 times out of 10.
Yes.
You're gonna lose.
I actually.
You gotta leave.
I know I don't know a couple like that, but I knew a couple like that, and she was very successful, and she made a lot of money. But when you're in that position, I feel like it's like a lose-lose almost, because you're like a boss or whatever, and you make a lot of money. But then when you get with a guy or a girl that's equivalent to you, now it's like a battle. Now y'all like battling to see who has the bigger ego. But then when you get with somebody that is lower than you, that makes less money, so now you treat them like,
The
oh, this
employee.
is mine. Yeah, like
They're the employee.
So
and
it's
you
like
know, what the crazy part is? People don't do that with friends.
No, you can be.
You can be a millionaire, your friend's a hundredaire. Yeah, make hundreds.
Right.
And you take them with you, and
Yes.
we winning.
Yes, I'll pay for it. I got it.
Yeah.
You don't never give them no crap, but if
You're
it's
not-
somebody you're with,
The finance.
You're not good enough.
So yeah, we had some technical difficulties, which we always run into around this time. I gotta find out what the camera's doing.
I think
that
we
does
just
that.
talk too much.
That's I mean, I think that's the universe telling us we're giving them too many gems too fast.
Too many
They're like, hold on, you giving them too
Oh,
much.
wait, next episode.
So all in all, I guess what we're trying to say is, if you're in a relationship, especially in these times,
Yes.
you need to be in a relationship, like be in it. I hate this chair. I know you're probably hating the way this sounds. Be in it to win it. Like be in it. Like the goal should be, let's become unstoppable. Let's build this empire. If you have kids, the goal should be, let's get to a position where our kids do not struggle. Whether you have stepkids or kids or kids and stepkids, you're looking stupid to them if you think about it. It's like, how you expect them to grow up to be noble people when mom and dad, or mom and stepdad, or dad and stepdad, or how your world is spinning, they look at you like these guys can't even get along. You know what I mean? So it's like,
especially about finances. I mean, they don't know us about that, but
right,
still.
especially about that. And at the end of the day, just get out of your own way. You trust this person, then trust this person.
Right.
If they haven't given you a reason not to, and again, like we said, it's not about giving away your check and doing this, and they know, it's straight up and down being honest. Like, yo, let's pay all these bills. We both have wants and we have needs. Let's do this and this and that. Not only that, take into consideration that sometimes the wants and things like that, they can be put to the side to get the wants that you want together, like vacation, or let's say you have a car, she has a car, and both of your cars are cool, but you're like, man, she wants like a dope car, you want a better car, then buy a third car. Let's save some money and buy a third car. Together, you both can agree on this car is the one. So once in a blue moon, she could drive it to work, he could drive it to work, or you'd be like, we're gonna drive our cars to these jobs, and this car we're gonna floss and do our thing when we go on vacations or hang out, whatever the case may be. So what I'm trying to say is, build the empire. Stop trying to build over there and this person build over there in secrecy. Or I don't know this and you don't know that.
Bottom line,
your kingdom's gonna crumble.
You have to trust
You have to.
each other.
And if you don't, put it this, let me be honest with you. If your sex life is good, and your financial life is good, and your communication is good, it's safe to say you're good. It's like, if you can master those three things, communication, sexuality, and your finances, you're good.
Yeah.
We just gotta fix communication, because I can't talk to her ass.
Stop cursing.
Man.
Bye, guys.